So
No.
to clear up some of the rumors, especially about the name change or the stage name, what's the meaning behind the
This,
name?
the stage name, the name change, that was given to me by the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when it first started, they were shipping me with JJ and they were shipping me with Junsu.
Right.
And then it just happened where they were just like, no, we like this name better. And I was like, you know what? I like that name too. And
Mm-hmm.
it took off from there. It was like, because I thought more so that it had a certain ring to it. Talisha, Telisu, that kind of thing. It sounded
Right.
like my given name from my parents. And we just ran with that. And then when I got the email from Japan, as far as addressing me with this name given to me by the Asian community, I completely ran with it and embraced it because I thought it was a form of acceptance. I thought it was, I guess you would say, like a nickname, like you would call, somebody you're close with or cool with.
Right.
So I kept it as a form of acceptance into the community and into this world. Um, yes, it did start off as, them thinking that I was them thinking who they wanted me to date at the time or have a stronger relationship. But it turned out to be even greater than that.
All right. Well, then that clears that up, so everybody can shut up about that now. All right. Let's move on from there. So let's talk finally into a little bit about JYJ because the fans do have a lot of questions about them, of course.
Really?
Yeah, oh my God, you have no
You
idea.
would never guess.
Let me tell you, trying to screen these questions beforehand was number one, funny as hell. But number two, a little bit disturbing. Not gonna lie to
Wow, is that the adjective?
you. Yes, just a little bit.
Okay. All right.
All right, but before we get into the fan questions, we still have a little bit more than we want to know. So what you have your song that you just released about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. You released it on YouTube, titled "Our Secret,"
Which is so
Yes.
awesome.
which is awesome, by the way. We love it. We played it
Thank you
here
guys
last week.
so much. I appreciate that. I was looking at Twitter and saw you guys put it on your favorites, and I was like, oh my God. It really meant a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not a
Thank you, thank
problem.
you.
Look, we only support the good. We only support the best. So it's all good.
I know, and that's why I was super appreciative because I was like, they know what's up. They know what they're talking about. And just to be mentioned amongst that, I'm super appreciative. Thank you guys so much. That's amazing to me.
Not
It
a
really
problem.
is.
You've gotten a lot of great responses, especially some of our listeners on the show from last week were digging in. They're like, "Oh, I need to get that," and we had to direct
Yeah.
everybody to the YouTube page. We're like, "Go check her out. She's awesome." So,
Oh, thank you.
how did Our Secret come about? What's the meaning? Because people have their own, visions of what the song really means. But how did Our Secret come about?
Well, honestly, it came about as from a fan perspective. When I was dancing with the boys and came into their world and was learning all these things, all these things about them, I was contemplating one day, just like, wow, what would it be like to date someone in that world? Because that was completely foreign to me. Dating interracially in America is one thing, but to date someone, you know, that has, that's an actor or a singer or whatever, that adding to that level is completely different.
Right.
And one day in the studio, I was thinking about that. A lot of my influences come from K dramas. Think about, different things that happen, different scenarios, and comparable to my life. And I think about that, like, oh wow, what if that could happen? And one day I was watching Boys Over Flowers, and
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Now you got me all interested. Go ahead.
I was watching Boys Over Flowers, and I was thinking, what if that was me? What if I was trying to date this guy and completely from a different economic situation, and and putting myself in those shoes. And I thought about it. I was like, oh, wow. But everybody thinks I'm just another dancer. But, you know, wait until they hear how he really tried to swoon me, how he really tried to capture my heart. And then it just became this layered cake, you know. I was referring to interracial dating. I was referring to, you know, economic status, and basically on a crush that you would have. And what if it were someone that other people didn't see that you were deserving of, and he saw you as being amazing, like the, you know, the shining star in his life. And I was wondering how it that happened for me. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, you know how in the dramas the girls were like following them, and when guys came out of class, they were yelling and like, oh my God, Opa!
Yeah.
And that's where that line came up, because I was thinking, like, if I was walking out of my biology class and they were up there yelling at him, like, I would probably be like, oh, poor little souls, poor little groupies. You know?
Yes, exactly.
You know, they want him for the wrong reasons. Poor little things. You know, and like it just all came from that scenario. I was watching Boys Over Flowers at the studio and basically started writing that song. And it's so funny because then that came into being that everybody was like, oh my gosh, she's really dating June. And I'm like, oh my God, no. That came from completely a K-drama.
Right, exactly.
But I really thought that the fans would, I don't know, being from a fan perspective, I thought that they would see that. But it completely got misconstrued. My words got misinterpreted, and a lot of things started to be said from what I was told, you know, about it. And I went on Twitter and was just like, oh my gosh, you guys got it completely wrong. And like I said before, I realized those were the ones that are just getting to know me. They don't know my heart. They don't know anything about the background of my artistry or anything. So I could see how they read it as being that it was offensive, because they don't know that I don't come from that place. They're still getting to know me, you know? So I apologize for it on Twitter, because sincerely, I didn't mean to be offensive, and I'm just not that type of girl. And I just wanted to clear it up that I was like, oh, wow, no, this came from a fan perspective, completely from a K-drama. I wrote another song that you guys will hear later on down the road, that I based off of My Princess.
Oh
Nice.
my God.
Yeah, she's addicted to K-dramas.
Hey,
she
it's
is.
all good.
I should say that's who I'm dating. Who are you dating? K-dramas.
K-drama. Girl, I am too.
You
Me
and
too.
everybody else.
Girl, I'm dating. I'm
So unfair. It's fine. I go on Monday and Tuesdays. You can have them on Wednesday and Thursday.
exactly. Girl, I'm dating Kim J. Wook from Coffee Prince. Don't worry about it.
Don't even bring that up. First of all, okay, let me tell you about this. So he's in the play out here, Hedwig, right? The musical.
Yeah. Yep. He's in drag.
I've been trying so hard to get tickets.
Let me tell you, you need to hurry up and get them before, I think, this Friday. Or actually, no, I think tomorrow's his last show, because he's going in the army.
He's enlisted. Babe, you know we know that. Come on.
Come
Who
on.
do you think you're talking to?
Hey.
We're all up on that game.
Look, I just want to make sure you knew.
They're so sold out. And so honestly, I bought a ticket just being like, okay, please God, I'm just gonna wing it and buy this ticket. And then when I get home, I'm gonna just really ask if he's gonna be in that show. Boom. Nope, he's not in that show. So I was like, never mind.
Refund.
I'm going to the play. No, but yeah, that's so funny you brought that up. I was trying so hard to go see him in Hedwig, because Saturday night is his last performance, if anybody's listening. And if anybody has an extra ticket, please get in contact with Sin and everybody at Asian Pop Addict and let me know, and I'll
Exactly.
definitely get that ticket from you. I appreciate it.
We're putting the bulletin out there. Please get her a ticket so that I can live through her.
Oh.
And
I know. It's so weird you brought that up. I was trying so hard to get that ticket. I really was, and just, oh my gosh, it's not happening. Such a sad face. But yeah, I know he's enlisting,
it's sad.
which is, I know, so crazy, so crazy.
It's a sad day
Which-
when we
which
see
is-
all of our oppas go to the military.
I know.
What? I know, and reading about that, how they're required to do that.
Yep.
That's such a brave thing to to even take upon or to even do. That's so brave, but especially I would think that would be majorly hard to, in the midst of your dream, in the midst of this life you've worked so hard to create, to boom, have it stop. And because of that, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, we talk about that all the time. When we see
Next
somebody come
subject.
in, we always talk
Getting
about
to her.
it. Yeah. Oh boy.
That is too sensitive for that. Go.
Trust me, we cry about it all the time. All right, let's move on. So now that
However, if anyone knows anything about that Constitution, if you were to date interracially, just an idea, your sons wouldn't have to go to the 2-year stint in the military.
Yeah,
that's
they
exactly
would.
right. We talked
Just
about this. We talked about this before. We know.
Every single time it comes up.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. We know.
I'm just saying, I mean, if Junsu Opa wanted to date Telisu, maybe that wouldn't be a bad thing.
There you go. There you go.
Another way
Just
of looking
think
at
of the little Kims I would be saving.
Or you could just get your residency in the States and it'd be all good. You don't have to do any of that.
Right?
Just saying.
He could marry me in the U.S. and won't even have to deal with that. I would
Exactly.
be saving your Opa and your K-pop dreams. I'm here as a vehicle, people.
Exactly. Hey, I'm down for that. I'm down for that job and that position as well.
I'm super here.
I'm down for that. You don't even have to pay me. I'll do it for free.
We're not here to use them. We're here to help.
To help, exactly. Oh boy.
Oh my God.
All right, let's get into some of the fan questions because there are a ton of them. All right, let's get into a
I
question.
love that. Yay.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions over the week. So the first question comes from a biggest fan. She says she's your biggest fan. Her name is Courtney.
Oh, what? That's amazing. What's her name?
Courtney.
Hi, Courtney. How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What does she have to ask?
Her question says, "What do you plan on doing now that the tour has ended?" Which we kind of touched on a little bit earlier.
Right now, completely in my music career, full blast until we come back in August. I'm using this month off to do promotion for the music, having meetings, going to K-spas, relaxing, but definitely I have a break to completely focus on my music and get it more out there and make this dream come true. It's just a break. It's not that it's over. I don't even like that word. I don't like goodbyes. I don't like over. I don't like, no.
Right.
But I definitely am using this break to get myself more out there with my music.